Greetings, nerds and nerdettes, and welcome to Nerd Overdrive, Phoenix Overdrive's official podcast. I'm your host and moderator, the Maestro Lee Navarro, and with me, as always, are our game gurus, the Queen of the Guild, Becky Rubin Navarro.
Hey guys, what's up?
El Capitan, Rey Osorio.
What's up, guys? Rise above. Yeah, you lost yourself there for a minute.
I know, because I was too loud. I clipped it. Whatever. My audio clip.
You're just gonna kill it. You know, you're already done slaptastic.
I already done slapped this ish all over the place. So you know what? Just keep rolling with it.
Lee's over here playing Rick James tonight. He slapped himself in the face.
I know. I also almost referred to like PCMR full titles. I was like, ooh, no, not good. Gotta catch that.
Yeah, you're just slipping all over the place, man.
I know, man. It's once again yet another late night of recording, but we do this for the peoples.
Wow, not as late as last time. Let me just point that out.
To be fair, Becky and I have been ready for like 2 hours now.
Yep.
Y'all don't even know, okay? You think it's all amazing up here in the ivory tower, but there'll be some problems sometimes.
Lots of duct tape.
Oh boy.
We're not gonna get into that. All right. Anyway, what's up, guys? Ray, what's going on?
Same old, man. Just been kind of dealing with health stuff. Kids are driving me nuts. Playing some games. Keeping up with a lot of the fun stuff that's going on in the news lately. So just
that's cool.
Same old.
The news has me broken. I just can't.
So what's up, Beck?
I don't think I've ever heard you call her Beck.
I never.
Not really. No.
Never.
No.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, are you Joe from You Now? Like, what the heck is this going on? Like,
just living the dream over here. The usual.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure you're living the dream? I don't know right now.
Well, it depends. Am I laughing myself into a headache because of the pre-show fun that we have, or
because of the pre-show tomfoolery that occurred tonight? Because that was just ridiculous.
Pretty much.
I think I need to diagram everything before we record our next episode, just to make sure everything is correct, because that was just ridiculous, like I said. But anyway, yeah. So another week has gone by, and I apologize to our listening audience for a little bit of a delayed release of our first episode last week. It was supposed to be the week before, but life just reared its ugly head at me, and yeah. So, but we got the episode out this past week, so I hope you all enjoyed it. I guess we should get this going, shall we? I don't want to take too long here, so let's go ahead and get rolling. But before we do, let's pay some bills. This is Nerd Overdrive, brought to you by Wonderkind Custom Creations by our very own Queen of the Guild, Becky Rubin Navarro. Get your custom decor, clothings. Can I English tonight anymore? I can't. I did. I borked it. And gifts with your personalized needs in mind. Level up your look and gifts at fb.me/Wonderkind Custom Creations. That's WUNDERKIND. Oh, God. Ray, let's just get aboard this hype train before I ruin it even more, shall we?
Choo-choo.
Welcome to the hype train. Next stop, nerd.
Ray, take it away.
Alrighty, guys. So this week on the hype train, we're going to go ahead and start with the news, because there's some fun news and then some very disappointing news. Cough, cough, NVIDIA, cough, Best Buy, cough.
Don't get so salty.
Dude, I'm gonna be salty because that's a bunch of BS. So let's, you know what? I was going to start with the fun news, but let's start with that. Let me get up on the soapbox here real quick because I sent it to Lee, and all Lee had to say was "yup," and I was like, I kind of want to be like, "That's all you got for me, bro? Like you're my best friend, and that's all you got for me? Like that's it."
He wasn't salty
I added
enough.
to it later on.
Yeah, you did, but initially it was just like you're supposed to have my back.
What do you want me to do? March down to Best Buy corporate?
I mean, you know somebody somewhere. Come on now, you know you do. But anyway, so Best Buy, in the words of the person that wrote the article from PC Gamer, Best Buy has landed itself in hot water by placing in-stock graphics cards behind their TotalTech paywall. $199 US, by the way. It's made some people upset because you have to buy this thing in order to get to be able to get access to them. The bad part about this is that they're currently the only official retailer that has the founders editions of the NVIDIA RTX 30 series graphics cards in the United States. Because NVIDIA kind of decided they fudged up and they just did the things and they wanted to try and fight bots. So they figured, hey, Best Buy is the best one to do it. But people like me who are currently looking for a graphics card, this adds another barrier of entry in order to try and secure one. Why you do this, Best Buy? Why? Like, I get you're trying to make it like more prohibitive for people that are just like out there trying to scalp them. But this might give them more incentive because they may just be like, hey, I'm just going to buy this TotalTech thing. Yeah, it's $200, but I'll get the markup eventually. So it's no, you know.
I don't see like I get it. I get that they want something to entice people to have a membership and things like that. But what you're getting from it for the people that you're going to be selling the 30 series to, I can't see half of this being really anything attractive. You know, you're talking about, tech support. Well, usually most people that are getting a graphics card by themselves have an idea, or they'll go to the manufacturer if there's something wrong with something that they bought, you know?
I go to the bench of Lee. That's my tech support.
Exactly. And the product protection, that's great and all. But we all know how some of those protections work. Natural wear and tear. Whoops, not child
covered.
decided to drop the laptop off of the table onto the floor.
The IRL situations that we can talk about, right? Like,
it's just, I mean, some of these things are not, I don't know. To me as a consumer, this would not be attractive. But I think the real problem with that is that, not only does it not guarantee you the ability to buy one, and I get it, there's a stock shortage, but to have this in order to possibly have the chance when you could sit through Newegg Shuffle every single day and not have to pay for it.
It sets a bad precedent because I mean they did this with the PS5s and the Xbox Series X's around the holidays. I mean, other people have it too because like Amazon did it with Prime, Walmart did it with their Walmart Plus, GameStop did it with their Pro members, but those are like, like the Walmart one is like $99 a year and you can break it up monthly if you want. And, so you can cancel it anytime. This thing, you have to pay the full $200 up front and that's it.
Yeah. You have to pay for the year.
So I'm going to be the voice of the other side here. Only for the fact that I said to Ray, okay, it's not like you're paying $200 alone just to pay or just to be able to buy these cards. Yes, that in and of itself as a singular practice does sound awful. But take a look in the inverse when it comes to a Newegg Shuffle. In that sometimes you want the card, but they attach it to a motherboard that you don't give a crap about. Or
at least you can flip the motherboard later. Like you can flip the motherboard.
You could. That's if somebody's really looking for that crap motherboard because it's not like they're giving prime motherboard. It's not like they're giving you a top of the line Asus, formula board, or God forbid they give you an MSI board.
Dude,
Sorry.
God.
I've seen so many horror stories with people building with MSI boards lately.
Remember that Extra Life that his board broke? That was the MSI board.
I've had a situation this week where somebody bought a PC from a specific system integrator and they use an MSI board, and yikes. But the thing is, like, I think TotalTech as a service does have its value and merit. Okay. Especially for people who, if you're going to buy a GPU, if you're somebody who buys a GPU, you're going to be somebody who buys like a lot of other items from Best Buy potentially. Okay. So you're looking at, okay, you don't, but I'm saying like others would. So that price that you're paying, that $200 TotalTech that comes with what? Is it 24 months of tech support? Is it 24 months of protection coverage?
It's only 24 months if you buy another year of TotalTech after the first 12 months are up.
Yep.
So, okay. So you're
basically buying 12 months at a time from that initial date of purchase.
Okay. So now the TotalTech itself comes, as you mentioned, with defects in materials or workmanship, which happens with GPUs. Normal wear and tear. Again, same thing with GPUs when they overheat because you just push it to its limits. Take, for example, my RTX 2080 Ti. I mean, I pushed it beyond its limits. Power surges. That's a thing that happens. And it's not like it's limited just to the GPUs themselves. This covers other products and other categories that you could potentially use in Best Buy. So I think I get the notion of people getting upset with having to pay an extra cost when it comes to purchasing the GPUs on top of their already ridiculous prices that are overinflated in so many other retailers. Best Buy is trying to keep it at its MSRP. You're technically paying that price to buy it at MSRP. All right. So you go to Newegg, you're not going to get one at MSRP. You go to Amazon, good luck. Maybe Micro Center, but how many people really have access to Micro Center? Like say us. We don't have access to a Micro Center.
No, but didn't you buy my GPU through Newegg?
I did because
MSRP?
I got lucky. Because I got massively lucky.
So I do want to point out that you're using that as a point, but yet you were able to get my GPU through Newegg at MSRP. Granted, yes, there were other ones that were more inflated, but it doesn't mean that it's exclusive to Best Buy.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean to say it's exclusive to Best Buy alone, but the likelihood of you to get an MSRP card from anywhere else aside from Best Buy, and I'm talking about Founders Editions, by the way. Your card is, for the record, not a Founders Edition card. Right. So Founders Edition cards, you're not going to get them anywhere except for Best Buy.
You can't get them anywhere but Best Buy.
You're not going to be able to. I guess I want to say it's just an opportunity for you to be able to get the card instead of having to worry about the scalpers buying up all the cards. It's a firewall against scalpers. But at the same token, yes, it can be upsetting. I'm not saying that it's not a terrible practice because, I don't want to pay $200 on top of my $1,200. Thankfully, I didn't have to when I bought my 3080 Ti. But at the same token, we're in such a bad market for these things that I'd rather these go to gamers than scalpers. And if this is a way to protect it, then so be it.
Well, yeah, no, I can see that, but hiding it behind a $200 exactly paywall, that's where the issue I think really comes in.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, though, I think overall, I see it from a 30,000 feet view, in that it's not just a GPU that you're able to use this TotalTech plan with. It's TVs, it's laptops, appliances, cell phones, cameras, stuff that you can buy from Best Buy that, you know, it gives you that added level of protection. I mean, I do believe even Apple Care Plus is a part of their total protection or their TotalTech protection plan.
Yeah, and that's if you are a Best Buy customer, though. But I personally am not a Best Buy customer regularly. Like, I'll go to Best Buy on the one-off, be like, hey, they have this cheaper if I'm looking in the market for something. But
I'm saying that shouldn't upset you. But what I'm saying is, for the greater populace, there's people who will be Best Buy customers because it is like the last remaining vestige of the brick and mortar stores that we have that gives us tech. So
I can see that partially, but
yeah, I see the point. You know what I mean? Like, if you go to Best Buy and you buy all your stuff at Best Buy, then hey, that's great for you. But a lot of the population that's like, hey, this sucks, it doesn't shop at Best Buy normally. Usually, you know, they shop at like Amazon or Newegg or, you know, other retailers. So they're just like, hey, this sucks. You know what I mean? And so that's the part is most of the people, like Becky said, most of the people that are wanting this GPU, they don't want all the other added crap that the TotalTech has to offer. Like, it's great if it's something for you, but for the most of the PC centric people, they don't need it, you know, and they don't want it, but they have no choice but to get it now. If they want the founders, or like you said, pay the ridiculous markup that scalpers and everybody else has on the products now. So that's unfortunately the catch-22 of it all.
And okay, so let's just take, for example, like a 3060 Ti, a Founders Edition 3060 Ti. MSRP, it's what? $399?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So you add the $200 TotalTech. $200 TotalTech plus tax in some places. Some we get lucky. But so you're looking at $399 plus $200, you're looking at $599. You buy it from Amazon, a 3060 Ti Founders Edition from Amazon, you're looking at $1,200 to start.
Yeah, but at least if you pay the $1,200, you're guaranteed. This is just giving you a chance to buy it, and you have to have the TotalTech before you try to purchase it. You have no access to purchase it until you have the TotalTech on your account.
I get that. But all I'm saying is, you pay the $200 for TotalTech. And in my estimation, there have been at least, since I purchased my 3080 Ti, I've seen maybe a dozen Best Buy drops of their cards. And that was back in September. And they do go like that. But, you know, in that time frame, you could be lucky enough to buy it at the MSRP price. I'm just saying, like,
there's pros and cons. There is no
you can't have everything. You really can't have everything. That's what I'm just trying to say is, you have your pros and cons when trying to get into this market. It sucks as a market, but you got to deal with it one way or another.
Yep.
Either you pay the premium price up front to the scalper, or you pay the price of hopefully getting a chance to buy it, you know, within a singular year. Which, you have enough motivation, you can get it, in my opinion. And the money. That's the first thing. You got to have the money.
Yeah. So on to the next part. So this is maybe some good news, ? But it also kind of ties into the possible scalping and all the other negativity that we've seen with things. Though I do have to say CPUs have seemingly been better to get a hold of than GPUs still. But, you know, so during its product premiere earlier this year, AMD revealed plans to launch their Zen 4 Ryzen processors sometime in 2022. Most of the experts and all that thought that we wouldn't see them until at least Q4. But some of the rumors and the leaks that have been out there are now thinking that we'll probably see them sometime like Q2, Q3, late Q2, early Q3, possibly. From leaker Greymon 55, they're saying that, you know, these will be an important year for AMD and Intel in terms of their GPUs. Even though Intel just faced a setback on some of their stuff that they were trying to do. But with RDNA 3 becoming a thing and all that, this is probably going to be the possibly best gaming CPUs that we'll see. So we're saying that, they're saying before August we might see something, possibly, July is what they're looking at. I think this is a positive thing. Hopefully, it doesn't kind of kill the market even more because, everything is so supply constrained already. So it's like, is this really the best year to be trying to be like, hey, we're launching this year? Because everything is already supply constrained as it is.
That's what I was thinking is, as we're talking about graphics cards and everything behind paywalls and hard to get a hold of and things like that.
Certain CPUs have been hard to get a hold of, depending on what you want for your build.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about it? Like, smart, not smart, wait and see. Like,
it's part of their approach. They said they were going to do this. It's going to happen, and it's not like they're transferring it over from AM4 to AM5. This is still an AM4 CPU. So people who want to upgrade it or want to upgrade from Ryzen 3000 series or Ryzen 2000 series can still utilize the CPU in their current motherboard.
These are AM5 chips. The rumors are saying.
No, I believe they're AM4.
No, AM5 is what the rumors are saying.
Not the last time I heard, but okay.
According to the article that I pulled up, that we wouldn't see the AM5 chips until Q4, but now we're supposed to see them like July, August timeframe.
Unless I'm thinking of the refresh of Ryzen.
Yeah, 5000. The 58. Yeah, the 5000, the 5800 X3D is going to be the last AM4 chip.
So that's the refresh.
Yeah,
right.
The crazy.
Okay, so this is the AM5 chip.
Yes.
Yeah, the AM5 7000 CPU.
It was part of their plan anyway. They needed to. They were going to move away from AM4 at one point or another. AM4 is in the past. Unlike Intel that goes from like LGA 1200 or 1151 to 1200 to 1700 to whatever the hell they're choosing to do next. Sorry, but Team Red has kind of stayed a little consistent with this, so can't really fault them for moving on.
They've chosen to move away from certain things, whereas Intel's kind of like slow and steady, for them is what they've chosen to do with their.
I have turned into such a shill for Team Red.
And you used to be totally anti-Team Red, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
well, performance, man. Show me the performance.
They slapped you with some nice tech, and then Lee had to change his mind.
Of course, because it's better. It got better.
There was a transition period. That's the fun thing.
What sold me was Threadripper.
5 more years. Exactly.
Watch. I'm going to get Intel GPUs.
Oh. You're going to be totally backwards by Intel's GPUs, but use the Team Red's freaking CPUs. Like,
never. Jensen has my soul, no matter how much he pisses me off.
So for the fun news, for us MMO heads here, so there's a new MMO big kid on the block on Steam. Lost Ark is now third on the all-time concurrent player list on Steam, for the record. The launch didn't go quite as well as they thought. It was delayed because there were some deployment issues, stretched out throughout the day, roughly another 6 hours before they all came online. But there were roughly over 1 million people waiting to log in. They ended up peaking, from what I saw, they ended up starting off with 913,000 or 984,000, which beat out the record that New World set back in October with 913,000. But I think at one point, that's
913,000 lost GPUs, right?
Possibly. Because New World was frying GPUs like skillets fry eggs,
Oh my gosh. I don't even want to talk about no
Amazon gaming for you.
No, but I mean, funny thing about this is that Lost Ark is published by Amazon Games, so they were smart to back this horse, it looks like. And it is free to play, so there's no paywall behind that, though there will be microtransactions, of course, because why not?
I'm gonna I'm going to reserve judgment on this game until I actually like play it fully. And I hate to say this, it's going to be compared to WoW. It's going to be. I'm sorry. It has to scratch that itch. Why am I doing this with my hand?
I don't know.
I don't know. But that's what we were talking about. We were actually talking about it last night. About we were, of course, told that we do need to get into this game. And then also, is this going to be like that replacement for WoW? That was exactly what had come out of my mouth. Something that's a little bit more appeasing comparatively to WoW, because the tough thing is every time an expansion comes out or like classic, it's, the different classic expansions, I should say, that are getting put out. You do it for a little bit and then you kind of lose interest because it's like, I've already done this. I know this storyline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
So comparatively, WoW is currently averaging their last 30 days, roughly 5 million players.
Yeah. And that doesn't surprise me.
And that doesn't surprise you, but, given, 2-3 years ago or whenever there's an expansion loss, they sit at like 7-8 million. So their numbers have been peaks and valleys like a lot lately. And then, of course, we saw the launch of Final Fantasy 14, their last expansion for their current subset on that storyline that they did launched. And they literally had to cut off the game from new people buying the game because they could not manage the servers for a month. For an entire month, if you didn't have it pre-ordered and downloaded already, you could not play Final Fantasy 14 from the time it launched because there was so much traffic and so much hype around that game. So it's definitely something I kind of watched a little bit, like some videos and some streams on it, and it's definitely might scratch that itch in a way that, I can still get my MMO feel on without having to give, Activision Blizzard my money.
Right.
And like that's the thing is this, because I don't feel like with that subscription, I don't feel like I play it enough to validate me paying that subscription every month. And that's kind of where I fell off with WoW. Not because I wanted to stop playing it. It's because it's like, I didn't feel like I was investing enough time to make it worthwhile.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, the microtransactions, and this is so funny because if you think about what we talked about, a few years ago, when microtransactions first started, getting into games more and more, where we were complaining about them, I think it's become so normal at this point in time, and has kind of turned the value the right way. I should say. It really doesn't bother me anymore. And there are definitely microtransactions, and I definitely get along very well at certain points. But I'm excited. I can't wait to start playing it. It is on my list, along with, of course, a bunch of others.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those things with microtransactions. It's you pay to play at your own pace. And I think that's the positive part about it, where the base game is free. And then if you want to spend a little money, then go ahead. But you don't have to. You're not required to.
Right.
Now, if you want to add some different flavors to your thing, or different views, or different cosmetic stuff, then sure, why not? So, and with that, Lee, what do you have to say about it? And then we'll move on to the game releases here, because there's a big one this week.
Well, like I said, I'll try it, but it's going to be compared. I hate to already give it an expectation.
Would you admit if it's like, hey, I could see myself playing this over WoW? Would you actually admit it?
Yeah, I'll admit it. It's not like I'm beholden to WoW. It's
you have that WoW on the pedestal. No, you have that WoW on a pedestal, dude.
I do, because I'm sorry, it belongs on that pedestal.
I'm not saying that it doesn't, but Ray does have that right.
Yeah, you got it on the pedestal. Not saying that it doesn't belong there, because it's the king of MMOs. Where Final Fantasy 14, though, I don't know if it wasn't ending, I would say Final Fantasy 14 might overtake it. But because where we are with the storyline, they may end up doing another an alternative story thing, and then it's surging past it eventually. But the only thing I got to say is like WoW's got to do something about that engine. They have to do something about that engine. They have to refresh it or like
engineer. Like I said, something. Hopefully that Microsoft money can come to play.
So let's hope so. So with that, we'll go ahead and we'll cover the game releases here real quick. There's a couple notable ones, especially for PC. Most of them are mainly for console. But the big one this week that's coming out is something that, a game that Becky and I and I believe, did you play Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yes.
He was the one who played it. I'm the one who's been lagging behind, was waiting for it on PC.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, Becky, I thought Becky had played it, but I had it backwards. It's fine.
I am offended.
It's fine. It's also midnight, so forget it.
I am not fine.
He thinks that I'm the one who, has a little bit more gaming time and explores into things, and God forbid I take on a little bit more of a gaming role.
I feel like he didn't listen to me in the last podcast when I said I was,
No, I did. It's
playing Horizon Zero Dawn in all its glory on my.
Yeah, on your
radio. Yeah. Just like the kids. It's tired. No, I'm tired.
So Horizon Forbidden West comes out on February 18th. PS5, PS4. The PC release that we're looking at is Total War Warhammer 3. Is coming out on February 17th. And then we have a couple other games that are coming out. One of them, which is kind of a weird thing when I saw it during the Nintendo Direct this week. I was like, what? But the Ezio collection for Assassin's Creed is coming out on Switch. And it's just like, I mean, I know that was like a thing for the other like consoles, like it was like last gen stuff. But for it to be on the Switch thing, like it could be something.
They're dipping their toes in.
Well, I mean,
I'm glad Nintendo Switch players can experience Ezio. That's all I have to say.
I mean, I just wonder how it's going to look because we kind of seen the precedent with like Witcher and we saw it with Skyrim. And while they're great, to be able to play on the go,
Project Cars,
they aren't the best looking graphically, But if you're not a PC person, graphics don't matter.
No, okay. I'm gonna come to the defense of this one.
I kind of got to put the shot out there because like we're doing a PC show, so I kind of as much as I love my Switch, and we'll talk about what I've been playing this week. But as much as I love my Switch, when you're talking graphics, you're not like, hey, that's cutting edge graphics right there.
Well, we just told all the Switch listeners, forget us.
No, no, because I play what you love what you play, whatever you play,
Right.
But I gotta I gotta speak the truth and take the shots where they land, man.
Mm-hmm.
His graphics don't matter.
Tell that to the 6.5 million people that bought Pokemon Legends Arceus, and like half of them are complaining about how the graphics suck, and modders are trying to fix the graphics. Go ahead.
Y'all who play the Switch, you enjoy it. You enjoy the hell out of it.
Love your Switch.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I agree. Love your Switch.
Y'all enjoy the hell out of it.
Not winning any graphics contest there, bud.
Oh my God.
Listen, I do enjoy the Switch. I do. I really do. A lot more sometimes than the console, just because of the fact that you really can kick back and, play in awkward positions versus, having to face your TV with a console.
I can't play in handheld mode, though. I have so much trouble handheld mode.
Oh, that's why I got these things.
Even with those.
These things are amazing. So
I can't do it in handheld.
I have 58, almost 59 hours into Pokemon Legends Arceus. Just to say, so for those people that want to try and come take my Switch card, here it is right here. Like I play my Switch. It's just one of those things where, like that's fine. And then for those people that may still enjoy them, I don't know how they've made so many of them. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. That's coming.
How can you not enjoy Dynasty Warriors still?
Well, this one's the one that's like, I mean, you might enjoy it because it's like the strategy one.
That's
coming to PS5, Xbox X and S, and PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, and PC. More on Stadia later. RIP. But
we are like setting ourselves up here, man. With your
it's one of those things that Stadia is amazing. I played Stadia for like 3 months during the beginning of COVID because they gave me like a 3-month free trial. They're like, hey, here you go.
We're all bored at home. Here, enjoy.
Yeah, and I you already know what I played on it, Lee. What do you think
Destiny?
I played? Yep. I played some other stuff. I played Metro and some other stuff that was free. Assassin's some of I think Odyssey and stuff, and it was good. But with the game releases, I'm hyped for Horizon Forbidden West because I keep wanting to say Zero West, but it's Forbidden. They changed the other parts of the title on me. But the Horizon, I'm interested in. I just kind of wish that we could get day and date with PC. And, I had my PC so I could play it on because my laptop coughed up a hairball trying to play Rainbow Six Extraction. The intro on that, it's just like, stutter, dead.
I have to say that Horizon Forbidden West is one that I was intrigued by. Not that I've played the first portion, which I'm planning to do on PC. And once it finally gets to PC, that's when I'm going to really be getting into it. Just because I said this is my base now, and
home base is right here, just right there. All the love.
We did the console week, routes and what?
What did you play this week?
Oh well, Valhalla, AC Valhalla.
Good old Assassin's Creed.
Absolutely, I have been just totally rolled into the storyline and what's going on, and I couldn't believe it because, and this is a terrible admission, I haven't really played through like every single AC game. I've played, some of them, but I haven't gotten really like drawn in as much. And this is the first one that it has truly like drawn me in.
Now, did you play as male Ivor or female Ivor?
Female. Absolutely.
Female Ivor technically is canon, so
yeah. Well,
just like they did with Odyssey, they made Cassandra was the canon character over Alexios.
Well, I just want to say that, of course, female Ivor is badass, just straight up. She really is. Like the way that she presents herself and everything, I'm like, yes, that is exactly what I want to see out of this role.
Well, I think that they were teasing that, but I think eventually they fixed it to where I think both are canon, so that way they could keep the crybabies out of Assassin's Creed, because people were complaining that because Cassandra was the canon character, that's not fair, that Alexio should have been canon too, and I think they fixed it. But I think originally when they announced it, female Ivor was the canon one. But is that all you've been playing this week? Just that?
Pretty much that.
And your Beatmania or whatever it's called on your phone?
Oh, yeah, BeatStar. Yes,
BeatStar,
absolutely. Yeah, I have a BeatStar problem. So, that's pretty much been it.
Other than podcast editing simulator and all that fun stuff that you had to fix, what would you play this week?
I didn't.
Shame.
I know.
Shun the non-believer. Shun him.
I didn't.
Can we parade him through the streets and carry bells and just start yelling shame and have people throw radishes and tomatoes at him?
And I'll make a salad.
No, what we do is we make a cart out of like the old PC like mainframes from like the 60s. We make a cart out of that and parade them through the streets.
You're the false dragon, dear. Sorry.
No, I did not get a chance to really sit down and play anything. I was busy from one thing to another every day, unfortunately. So hopefully we can remedy that this coming week.
Yeah. We are going to be remedying that this coming week. Just saying.
I mean, I kind of started Rainbow Six Extraction, and then I heard the dogs and the kids yelling and barking loudly, and then Becky yelling curse words at one or the other. So I ran back upstairs.
Nice. So I tried to play New World. It did. Of course, because everybody else is playing other things, probably like Lost Ark and everything.
I never saw the appeal to it.
I mean, I like the setting of New World.
Still,
it's dead.
It just never. I don't know. It just never appealed.
Right, and they kind of broke some things, and they're trying to fix it and get it back on track. But I don't know if they're going to do it, if they're going to make it. Like I said, Pokemon Legends Arceus, been playing that, or Arceus, however you want to pronounce it. I've heard it both ways. No Destiny really this week. I tried to hop on Destiny earlier because I had some time to play, but nobody was on doing anything. So it's like, fine, I just twiddle my thumbs and play some more Pokemon. And then I tried to play Rocket League yesterday, but a trees in my area had other plans. Like I literally got through like one game of Rocket League and then my internet crapped out and I'm like, what the heck? And then my power went out and then it's like, what the heck is this?
I'm kidding.
And then the power came back within it was like an hour or two, the power was back. And then the internet was down most of the night until this morning when I woke up, it was back. So I was like, hey, and then, I looked at everything. Apparently there were falling trees from, the rather warm temperatures with all the rain and the moisture and the melting snow. Uprooted trees are not fun. So
you said his favorite word. Moist.
I didn't say it singularly. I used the whole word. Is it still a trigger for you no matter what?
Yes.
Like, precipitation? Like what word should I use in the place of it? Like, well, but the thing is the ground was moist. Like
the ground wasn't water.
Saturated. It's
the
saturated.
ground was not precipitation.
Saturated with water.
like
I quit. Can't fire me. I quit.
But yeah, I was playing Rocket League on PC, so there's my PC gaming for the week. So that way I can't be called a poser. Because people are like, what games you play on PC? I play things on PC. Poser. At least I try with my laptop that doesn't like things because it's like coughing up a hairball because it's on a 1070.
God.
Just tone down your settings.
That's what I was trying to do. And
play it at 720p.
I can't even play it at 1080. Like, what the heck?
That's what I'm saying. To play it at 720p. 3 years ago,
when I got that laptop, it ran everything 1080p just fine. I tried to play Rainbow Six and it dead.
You bought that laptop without my permission.
Well, I was trying to talk to you about laptops and you were like, I'm busy right now. I'll get back to you. And it's like, I kind of need something now.
Yeah. No. My BB.
That's all for Hype Train this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the salt. I feel like Matthew Keel should be making a special guest appearance out of nowhere. Just to be like,
with that amount of salt? Absolutely. Yeah. He'll be backing that truck up.
Pretty much. Anyway,
right, we're good.
I guess well, is that it? Is that everything?
That's everything. I think Becky and I had enough salt for everybody.
I hear this. I hear both of you. I get what you're saying.
Ray just brined a whole lot of
Ray put out enough salt there to to make like a salt brine for a turkey.
Preserve some fish.
Pretty much.
Anyway.
All right. So that's going to do it for this week's Hype Train. Well, what do you got? What do you people got? Let us know. What are you going to do with all this salt? Because there is enough of it. Yeah. So let us know what you're hyped for anything. What have you guys been doing? What have you been playing? What have you been reading? Or what board games have you been into? What have you been checking out? So let us know. Post in our Facebook group at fb.com/groups/PO Nation. You can also send us a tweet or a DM on Instagram at PHX_overdrive. You can also email us phoenixoverdrive@phoenixoverdrive.com or send us a message in our Discord channel, tinyurl.com PHXOD Discord. All right, let's move on to our next segment. But before we do, this is Nerd Overdrive, brought to you by Stacy Gollinger, our resident Sensi independent consultant. Disney, Marvel, DC, Harry Potter, so much more available at your fingertips and brings you the smell-o-vision of your favorite characters and heroes. Just check out how amazing my Batman burner looks on my my desk over here. Love it. I'm going to get blue bulbs tomorrow. Yeah, looking forward to that. So head on over to Stacy's Facebook group. Just send the search for sensational. What is it? Stacy's Sensational?
Yeah, Stacy's Sensational VIPs.
Yeah, Stacy's Sensational VIPs. So we promise we'll get you all a link to it.
I'll get a link. I just have to. She was working a lot, so we're sorry. She worked like.
We could just do a tiny URL on it.
Yeah, we could.
One way or another. All right. Anyway, let's have a chat.
This is 1337 Radio, presenting Nerd Talk.
Becky, take it away.
All right. So kind of to piggyback off of a little bit what we were talking about with Steam and, having wonderful gaming libraries is how many game libraries and streaming services there are out there. Looking between the different ones obviously is always interesting, or remembering where you have that game sometimes gets really fun. I know at least it does for me. So when we're talking about streaming services, memberships come along with a lot of those. And it's just like trying to watch the different channels, whether it's like the HBO stars, all of those, YouTube TV, whatnot. We have that for gaming, obviously. And it gets overwhelming at times. It really can also get expensive for some of them when you add so many on top of each other. So looking at all of these, of course, there's, as Ray mentioned, Stadia, that seems to be going bye-bye. Kind of like, Vita. Vita didn't have any games, but they're still pushing stuff out every now and then.
Why do you got to take a shot at Vita?
Well, the Vita had third-party games, just no first-party Sony games. Sony didn't believe in it anymore.
Yeah.
Why are you guys taking pot shots hard tonight?
I don't know. It might be the 2-hour wait time we had to sit there and talk and think about.
We had the stew and the salt just became overwhelming.
My God, do not let my mistakes be the reason why you throw all this salt at these wonderful devices. The Switch and the Vita? How dare you?
I wasn't throwing salt at the Switch.
The Steam Deck, did you see how big that thing is?
Yeah, that thing's a big boy.
Everything else, like they put it next to the Switch, next to the Vita, next to like the Wii U gamepad, and like
it's insane. I obviously, Anyway, so Amazon, EA, Epic, Stadia, Nintendo Switch, NVIDIA GeForce Now, PS Now, Shadow.Tech, Ubisoft Plus, Xbox Game Pass. I mean, we've got a lot to choose from. In all of our homes, we have each of the devices that goes along with, PlayStation, your Xbox Game Pass, your Nintendo Switch Online, and then we also have our PCs. So trying to figure out where to spend our time, where to spend our money, where to do all those things gets really interesting at times. And I think we are getting to the point where there's definitely a little bit of gaming overload at the same moment, because you've got all these different games on different platforms, or because you get it free on this one to play while you have the membership, you go there. And even for myself, picking up the memberships or forgetting about them gets really interesting at times too. When, Lee goes, I thought you canceled that. And I went, yeah, so did I. And then I forget about canceling it again and going in and checking the subscription. But that's beside the point.
I love those random like credit card charges that all of a sudden pop up on my phone, and I'm like, I thought she canceled that. Huh. All right.
Whoops.
I guess that's one less coffee this month.
Except I work from home and there is no drive-through at home.
I mean, for me, we have a shared credit card where it goes on to.
Yeah, but you don't drink coffee. What is that? What is that analogy? You don't even drink coffee.
Boba.
I'm not
It's
going
one
to
less
Starbucks.
boba or one less ramen.
It's one less boba.
That's a little bit more accurate. Okay. So, Lee and I both have PlayStation Game Pass. We've got Xbox. We both have Ubi. And we've got the family Switch. I do not believe that I have any more subscriptions than that because we definitely stopped the Blizzard withdrawals a while ago for a WoW membership. Where are you, dear?
Lee doesn't look like he ever stopped the WoW one. He's got the pursed lips like, maybe you did, but I don't think I did. He just told on himself.
How many subscriptions are you on right now?
A lot.
Oh my gosh.
Game Pass. I still have PS Plus, although the only reason I have that is because sometimes Ray and I will play something on PlayStation, maybe. Or me and Rob.
Well, PS Plus is different than PS Now. PS Plus is its own thing, but it is
I know,
a game.
But I'm just
thing.
saying, like, it's a platform.
Yeah.
It's because that's the only way to play a bunch of different PlayStation games multiplayer.
Yeah.
So, Ubisoft Plus. Game Pass comes with EA, with the Origin.
Yeah.
I've got the Switch family account. So that's for all four of us.
Well, and then we also have Epic.
Well, it's not like we pay for Epic.
Yeah,
No.
but it's a game library.
But it's a game library. I have Epic. I have GOG. Hold on, let me open my launchers.
He's like, hold up, wait a minute.
Okay, so I have. See, the thing about GOG is that's the one that like controls everything practically for me. So I can see on here like what I have as far as subscription wise. Let's see. There's GOG. There's Epic. It's really not too many. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought I had more than that.
Steam.
Yeah, Steam is there. The Epic Game Store for some of the stuff that was free and the coupons that they give out, they're nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, what about you, Ray? How many of these are you sitting on right now?
So I did get into the early access of Amazon Luna. So I did the test and I tried it out, and this was like during COVID. Because they sent me an email like, hey, you're invited to do this. And I did that for a project that I did and had to give feedback and all that stuff. It was cool. I didn't like the controller, but you could use pretty much any other controller that, connects to your PC or your other devices. You can use those there because it's pretty much cloud gaming, like xCloud for Microsoft and stuff like that. They do have their own like game store / like subscription model thing. The cool thing about that is they do have the way to connect it with other things, and it does allow you to do streaming to Twitch because Amazon owns Twitch. So the controllers it worked was DualShock 4, which is how I played it because that's one of the controllers I prefer. You can play with the Razer Kishi, the Luna controller, which I didn't like, Xbox One controller, or mouse and keyboard. You can actually have a subscription to Ubisoft Plus, which includes cloud gaming in addition to your PC thing. If you buy the $17.99 one with the multi-access, Becky, you can also play via Luna and Stadia. So that was cool. As far as other platforms, EA Play because of Xbox Game Pass, Epic because they give away free games. I did the Google Stadia trial, and I'm actually kind of sad that it's kind of, the reports are saying like that it might be shutting down, or they may be looking to lease or sell the tech to other companies that may want to do it, may want to use it, or, kind of take a go at it. I have the Nintendo Switch Online expansion, so the big one, because my kids play a lot of Switch, which is why I need to try eventually at some point, whenever I can afford it, get another Switch so they can stop fighting and they don't have to keep using mine. Because, them trying to share one. I thought, okay, they could just split screen and share one Switch, but now they want to play handheld. And, that doesn't go so well.
Yeah.
I did try the beta for the GeForce Now. It was cool until they started taking a bunch of the games away. Like the developers and the publishers, like, nope, not my game. I've done the trial for PS Now. I had got like a free 60-day trial of that. It's actually not bad. If you want to play some of the older like PlayStation, like PS1 games, PS2 and PS3 games that are on there, they're cool. They do actually have like newer titles that they add every month and that kind of thing that phases in and out like PS Plus does. Shadow.tech, looking at that was actually something pretty cool. Basically, you get a gaming PC on a server rack, and it's like, you can log into it and you get like an allotment of space and all this stuff, and you basically can download like games that you already own, like on your Steam or your Epic and stuff like that. Like you can literally download them to that platform and that space provided, and you can basically play in a cloud environment the games and stuff you already own. But you're getting like higher end gaming tech, and of course there's the latency because of the streaming and all that. But if you have a good enough connection, they're selling it as a solution to be able to use the top tier high end gaming PC without actually having to buy one, because the graphics card shortage and everything we've talked about so far. But that's also like another membership, and I kind of looked into it and it looks interesting, but it's not for me right now. You know what I mean, kind of thing. Then
it's
Ubisoft
it's intriguing.
Yeah, Ubisoft Plus. I did the trial for that. They gave me, when they were in the beta of launching that, I got a trial for that and got to do a project and feedback and focus group and all that fun stuff on that. Which was interesting, and I made some new friends through that, and we've played other games together and stuff since then. But and then of course Xbox Game Pass, I have Game Pass Ultimate, so that way we can play on, Stacy's got a Series X, so she can play that and she's connected there, and then I play on the PC and that kind of stuff, and she's enjoying her stuff. Like she found Kingdom Hearts on Game Pass today, and before she went to go visit me, Mom, Papa Gollander, she was playing that, and she was like happy because we had to sell her PS5, and we still have the PS4, but it's not the same newness and shiny,
Yeah.
So she's like, I get to play Kingdom Hearts on next gen now, and so that made her happy. But Game Pass has come a long way. It's really interesting, and out of all of the contenders, the ones that I kind of seeing sticking up and sticking out and kind of making that push are Game Pass, because they're making strides. Xbox and Microsoft are making strides. Pretty much every day we turn around, we're hearing more about Game Pass and what they're trying to do with it. And then there's the partnership with EA, like Lee mentioned earlier, and then now there's rumors that there's going to be the Ubisoft collaboration further beyond Rainbow Six Extraction. So I mean, that would be a cool thing to kind of be able to not have that extra subscription, right, Becky? Like not have to have the Ubisoft Plus to play those other games.
Yeah, I mean, it would absolutely be wonderful to have something to kind of keep it all together, because I know I have sat there and said, I thought I had this game, and then I can't remember what platform it is on, which is terrible. I mean, it's not like I'm playing games every single day. So that's always a part of it, because you can get it also on multiple platforms or, depending on the deal. And I love the ability to access games this easily with all of these libraries and, ways to do it. And then looking for the best price. But sometimes it gets a little overwhelming to figure out where your games are or what is the best platform because of, stability and just how user friendly it is and things like that. And I do have to say, out of all of these, as much as I am definitely enjoying using my Ubi Plus, Xbox Game Pass, just because of the fact that obviously using it on PC and everything like that, along with the Xbox it's nice. It really is to be able to go and have that ecosystem. But for a lot of people, I think it is going to be trying to figure out what is the best one to spend their money on. What are they going to get the most use out of? Because they're not insane like some of us that are like, you know what, I'm just going to subscribe to it, even if it's like one game every couple months that I use this for. I'm gonna keep my PlayStation membership going and all of that. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel. It's like all of the different streaming services that we have now for TV. It's all over the place, and trying to remember what network it's on. And oh God, I feel like I sound really old saying that, like, get off my lawn. But you know, that's
it's hard to keep up with, and then the thing is then you end up subscribing to once just because there is that one show or that series or whatever that you want to watch. And you're just like, oh, here we go. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the same thing with the gaming. It's like the gaming, like games are coming out at a faster like pace than ever before. And the thing is that, and then there's never enough time to play. And then now they're in multiple places. And now, or they're in like exclusive places, and you're just like, man, do I really want to have to do this to play this game, or do I really want to have to do that to play that game? And exclusivity is the means to try and push different objectives and different corporate wants and all that, which is fine. But it's just like after a while, it's just like, man, just put it on everything. Just let me pick where I want to play it.
Right. I don't know. What do you think, dear? You've been kind of quiet. Because Ray and I have been brining the crap out of, everything.
I mean, just download GOG.
I mean, I have GOG and I use GOG. And,
so you can integrate like literally every single library into that. That's what I do.
Does it integrate the streaming ones in the Xbox and all that stuff too?
It's got Game Pass. It's got Xbox. I have Epic on here. I have Origin, Steam, UbiConnect. I mean, it's got all of literally my libraries here so far.
Yeah, so maybe that.
And what it's basically like a great way to curate your games. So you don't necessarily have to like look under each and every single application you have and say, oh, do I want to play this, that, or the other? It's like just look at all your quote unquote owned games and figure out which one you want to play, and then boom, you're done. That's what I have.
Yeah, but it doesn't help the subscription thing, though.
It doesn't help the subscription thing. But it at least keeps like all of your subscriptions managed into this singular interface. So true. That is like half the battle right there, because as you mentioned, it's trying to remember what game you have on what platform.
Or at the one you started for games that are in multiple places like Rocket League. Good thing it's crossplay because.
Yeah. But at least this way, it kind of gives you a chance to look at all of the subscriptions that you have and all of the games that you've potentially played before or could be looking into. And I mean, I'm just looking at it right now, and it's got over 100+ games for me that are, stuff that are all everywhere. Shows me what's currently installed in my system. There's a section here that is quote called owned, and there's like 385 games on here.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's not including stuff like the Bethesda launcher, BattleNet.
Yeah.
What are the?
And I do believe it even like lets you help keep track of games on consoles too. So overall, I like what it can do for me, and it still doesn't solve the issue of having too many platforms. I think we are getting to that point of our gaming where, as you mentioned, we have too many to go through.
It's splintering a little too far. Like everybody has to have their own platform.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I definitely understand that. It's, I guess for me, it's just a matter of, all right, I guess, do I want to install all of those launchers or not? And if I do install all of them, will it bother my system? And if not, then hey, just let it go.
Certain ones
Just
do, though.
install it
Certain
all.
ones just chew the crap out of your RAM, and it's just like, why?
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you referring to?
Have you seen the
What
Battle.net
is-
launcher? Have you
what
seen what
is
the
this-
Battle.net launcher will
What
do
is
to
this
your
RAM issue you're speaking of? I know not of this RAM issue.
You know not of it right now, but let it keep going, and eventually you will.
I still don't know about it. My 128
gosh.
gigs know nothing of this.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yep, I just flexed.
Note,
I just flexed.
on that note, I think that kind of wraps up our game library
What, I can't
streaming
flex?
and bottlenecking and
Am I being silenced?
yes.
Silencio, Bruno. Did you guys
Anyway.
watch that?
Not yet.
Oh.
Anyway, Lee, I guess I'll
where
leave
were we?
I'll leave you at your epicness and
I love how you just ended that as I was like flexing. It's not like I can't flex or something on here. God, silence me more. Anyway, you guys have any questions? You guys have any comments? You know what to do. Post in our Facebook page, fb.com/groups/PO Nation. You can also send us a tweet or a DM on Instagram. Send it to us at phx_overdrive. Email phoenixoverdrive@phoenixoverdrive.com. I hate chat. God, I hate chat right now. Also join us in our Discord channel at tinyurl.com/phxod Discord. I hate you both. Anyway, before we move on, this episode of Nerd Overdrive is brought to you by the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team. Put your money where the miracles are. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Phoenix Overdrive, or you can check out the team page at extra-life.org/team/PHXOD22. Fundraising for our 2022 Extra Life campaign has already begun and will go on until December 31st, 2022. So get those donations in before then to make it count for the year. How can you help? Well, like I said, go to our Extra Life team page and donate to any of our team members. Or join the team yourself. Go to our team page, click join us, and play games for 24 hours straight to help heal kids. Buy our merch. That will be available soon on our website at phoenixoverdrive.com, courtesy of Wonderkind Custom Creations. And finally, join us on our annual Extra Life National Game Day that will be held on November 6th. No, that is a lie. Not November 6th. Someone did not update the script for me. That is November 5th, 2022. Be a part of this extravaganza, this incredible gaming extravaganza. I am so lost right now. Stay tuned for details as we finalize our plans for this year's events. Check us out on what are you typing in chat? Oh, God, these people are killing me here. I don't. Anyway, yeah, game day. Join us. There's gonna be a lot of us because we're back in full.
Hopefully it stays that way. Knock on wood.
Yeah, pretty much.
Listen, Murphy's Law. If
it can go wrong, it will.
I refuse to let that bother or to let us kill our momentum. Anyway, is that it? Is that all? Is that all you two have? Have you let all your salt go? Are you empty?
No, I was asking if we were going to talk about other Extra Life related things in the spot. That was
no, not right now. We can.
Well, that's what I said. The next couple,
time.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're good. Why you got to bring that up right now?
It was just a thought. It happened.
You know what? You're just a thought.
Sometimes.
I run.
Sometimes I hide.
Sometimes I'm scared of you.
If that isn't applicable right now.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be game over for now. So if you enjoyed the show, which It could be a little touchy this time. Hit like. If you didn't, well, you can't hit that dislike button because that doesn't exist anymore on YouTube. So, but do send us some feedback. We'd love it. I'd love to listen to feedback. So how are you going to do that? Well, you can join our community page, facebook.com/groups/PO Nation, or Discord, tinyurl.com/PHXOD Discord. That's where we discuss all the latest news and share all things nerd. You can also send us a tweet or a DM on Instagram at PHX_overdrive. And last but not least, feel free to email us, phoenixoverdrive@phoenixoverdrive.com. Do give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/PhoenixOverdrive, where we share all extra life related news and events, as well as on our website at phoenixoverdrive.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/PhoenixOverdrive. And you can also find us on a variety of podcast consumption apps, including Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and so much more. Just search for Nerd Overdrive. Please give us a rating, preferably 5 stars, as well as a written review. Don't judge it on those two, judge it on me, because I am worth 5 stars. It will only help us grow.
5 stars out of 100, maybe.
Wow! Oh! Anyway, thank you to our panel for your, I don't even want to call it insight tonight, because that's not insight.
Salty
That's
insight.
just salty insight. That's just salt and anger all over the place here. Anyway, for our game gurus, El Capitan, Rey Osorio, and the Queen of the Guild, Becky Rubin Navarro, I am your host and moderator, the Maestro, Lee Navarro, with a reminder to always #Rise Above. Nerd Overdrive, out.
Later, guys.
Rise above.